Good morning everyone. Welcome back. Now we'll start physical science. Okay. Just open your textbooks all of you. In the last class what you have seen ma? We have completed up to the topic of friction. Yes or no? Yeah, we have completed up to friction. Now we'll see a new topic, that is first of all what is meant by friction? Tell me what is meant by friction? Friction is the resistance to the movement of a body over the surface of another body. It is a resistance which we are moving on the one surface to the another surface of the body. Okay, without friction we can't move. Yes or no? Yeah, without friction we can't move. We can fall down and we will slip also. Okay, that is your friction. The direction of friction is always in which direction ma? Always in the opposite to the direction of motion. Okay, opposite to the direction of motion. Clear? Now we'll see about normal force. Okay, we'll see that normal force. See here, first here some of the activity is given. With that activity you have clear what is that normal force. Okay, see this. Place your science book on the table. Okay, just go to your table and place the science textbook in your table. Is it in a state of rest? Yes or no? Yeah, it can be in a state of rest. Is there any force acting on that book? Definitely it will act. Definitely the gravitational force acting on a book. Okay, imagine that the table has disappeared suddenly by magic. Okay, now what you have to just imagine, the table will fall down, means it is slightly disappeared suddenly due to some magic. Okay, what will happen then? Tell me what will happen? Definitely the book will fall down due to the gravitational pull of earth. Yes or no? Due to the gravitational pull of earth, the book will fall down. Even when a book is lying on the table, the gravity pulls the book down all the time, but it does not fall down because it's supported by the table. Even the book is in a rest position in your table, always the book trying to pull downwards. Okay, that gravitational pull downwards means the book is lying to, book pulls the gravity pulls the book down all the time. Okay, that gravity, it will pulls the book to come down. Okay, but what happened, it doesn't fall. Why? Because the table is supporting to that book. Okay, therefore there exists a force which supports the book against gravity by pushing it upward. What we do call this? This is known as a normal force. Okay, normal force is nothing but it is a direction which is perpendicular to the plane of a surface is said to be a normal. Okay, what is normal? Normal in the sense a direction which acts perpendicular to the plane of a surface. Okay, the direction which acts perpendicular to the plane of the surface is nothing but normal. Okay, and the force that a solid surface exerts on any object, this force exerts on any object in the normal direction. Okay, first of all, what is normal? The direction which is perpendicular to the plane of a surface is nothing but normal. Okay, that is perpendicular to the plane of the surface. See here, if you see here, the table is there and book is there. This gravitational pulse is upwards to the, means it is a perpendicular direction which acts on the surface of book or else surface of table. Yes or no? So it is said to be a normal. Okay, and the force exerted in the normal and the force exerted on any object on the normal, then it is said to be a normal force. Clear? The force exerted on any solid object in the normal position, and it is said to be a normal force. Okay, see here, in above example, here in the table example, the downward gravitational force is balanced by the upward normal force. Yes or no? The gravitational force is balanced by the upward normal force. Since these two forces are equal in magnitude and acting in opposite directions, we say that the net of force acting on the book is 0. Why? Because they are in opposite in direction. One is positive direction and one is negative direction. So what will happen? Definitely it is means the resultant should be a net of force acting on it is on the book is definitely a 0. That's why the book is in rest position. Clear? And the book is in equilibrium, that is in rest position. Okay, that is about normal force. Clear? Now we'll see a new topic, that is tension. Okay, what is tension? As shown in the figure 9, if you see here, the stone is suspended with a help of a string. Okay, this is your string and stone is suspended with the help of string, and it is free and it's tied to the ceiling. This is your ceiling and this is your string, this is your stone. Okay, this stone is tied with a ceiling, okay, with the help of a string. Clear? What is the state of the stone? Tell me. Is it in rest position or it in a moving position? What force are acting on it? What will happen if the string is broken? Definitely it will fall down if string is broken. Yes or no? We know that the stone would fall down due to gravitational pull, weight of the earth if the string is broken. Yes or no? If the string is broken, definitely a stone will come down. Okay? Will fall down due to gravitational force. Now, for a stone tied to the string, gravity pulls down the stone all the time, but it does not fall down because it is supported by the string. Okay? If the string is there, it can't broke down, means it can't go down. Okay? For a stone tied to the string, if the stone is tied to the string, gravity pulls down the stone all the time. Okay, gravity pull down the stone, but it not fall down. Why? Because it is supported by the string. It is having a support, that is string. Okay, thus there exists a force which supports the stone against gravity by pulling it upwards. That means stone is getting downwards and the gravity is pulling upwards. So what it happen? What do we call this force? It is called tension, which always pulls the body along the string. Okay, tension is nothing but which always pulls the body along the string. Along the string, what will happen, ma? That means always the body will always pulls the body. Okay, that tension which always pulls the body along the string. Tension is in contact force. Yes or no? It is a contact force. Why? Because that object and string is in contact. Okay, that's why it is a contact force. When you try to stretch a rope or a string, the tightness of rope or string is called tension. Okay, stretching means when you try to stretch a rope or string, the tightness means here like this twisting. If you are having any twisting and any tightness, if you are doing in that object, then it is said to be a tension. Okay, in the above example, the gravitational force is balanced by the upward tension force as shown in the figure. If you see here, the weight, this is your gravitational force, is acting downwards, and here the tension is acting upwards. Okay, this can be balanced, means tension is balanced through the stone, this object. Yes or no? The gravitational force is balanced. This gravitational force is balanced by the upwards. Okay, balanced by the upward tension force. This can be balanced by the upward tension force. This is nothing but your what? Tension. Okay, tension is nothing but which always pulls the body along the string. Okay, and which try to stretch a rope or string the tightness of rope. Okay, that is nothing but your tension. Clear? Next, if you see here, one lab activity is there. What is that? We'll see. Aim. What is aim? To find the limiting force that can be borne by a string. Okay, to find the limiting force. Just want to find the limiting force of a body. Material used. Spring balance. This is your spring balance. Okay. Weights. These are the weights. Light strings are of 10 centimeters length and of equal thickness weight hanger. Okay, one weight hanger and light strings of 10 centimeters length. Now we'll see the procedure. What is that procedure? First, what you have to do, arrange the system as shown in the figure. Okay, put some small weights like 50 gram on the weight hanger. Just put some small weights to the weight hanger. Note the readings of the spring balance. Okay, what is the reading? You have to check in spring balance and note down that reading. Now add some more weights to the hanger and note the readings of spring balance. After completion of that one, what you have to do is add some more weights. Okay, to the hanger and note down that readings also in your spring balance. Okay, do the same till the string is broken. Okay, just repeat that procedure. You have to add more weights until the string is broken. Note the reading of the balance in the following table when the string is broken. Okay, just when the string is going to broke, you have to note down that reading. Okay, find out the limiting force of different types of strings and mention the values in the given table. Now we'll see how to find out the limiting force. Okay, separate the whole system from the ceiling and tie the string to weight hanger, and now slowly pull up the whole system with your hand. When there is a small weight on the hanger, note down the readings. Are they same when you bring it down? Okay, just what you have to do, you have to check. After removal of all that weights, just keep small weight, first weight in that one, in that hanger. In that position also you have to note down the reading. Okay, what did you observe? We'll see. What do you observe from the readings when it is pulled up and released to move down? Is the string broken when the whole system is pulled quickly up? String is broken. Is the string is broken? We'll see what will happen. Okay, if you see here, think and discuss. A system of two bodies A and B are placed as shown in figure. How many forces are acting on A and B respectively? Tell me how many forces are acting. Just think. How many forces are acting on A and B, ma? One is gravitational force. Yes or no? One is gravitational force and another one is. Okay, if you see here, how many forces are acting on a body? Just see. Here A is there and B is there. It is a floor. Okay, think it is a floor. In case of A, what will happen? The forces acting on A is, one is gravitational force, means in downward direction. Okay, and weight of B also is getting on A. Yes or no? Weight of B is also in A. So this weight also will be included for A, and normal force of the floor also. It is your normal force. It will act in the upward direction. Okay, it is a normal force by the floor is acting on A. Now when we'll compare to B, what happened? Gravitational force is acting downwards. Normal force by A. Okay, normal force is acting by A on B. Okay, in upward direction. Okay, this A is acting in upward direction to the B, that is normal force, and normal force by floor. Yes or no? For A you are having normal force and B also having normal force. This can be acting by the floor. Clear? Next, why it is necessary to separate a contact force into a normal force and frictional force? Give at least two reasons. Tell me. Why contact force and normal force? We have to separate contact force into a normal force and frictional force. Give any examples. If you see, it is very useful to separate a contact force into a normal force and a frictional force. Why? It is useful to calculate the net force acting on the body. Means one is acting on the positive direction and one is acting on the negative direction. The net force will be, what is that resultant? It is a 0. Okay, that is to calculate the net force. Okay, to calculate the net force we have to separate the normal force, contact force into normal force and frictional force. Clear? Next, if you see an example, if a body is at rest, means normal force and frictional force are equal and opposite. Yes or no? Well, when we saw on this this activity, means table and book. Okay, the book is in rest position. In that position, normal force and frictional force are equal and opposite direction. Yes or no? I said already, equal and opposite direction. See here, this is acting in downward direction and it is acting in upward direction. So both are equal, but it is in opposite direction. Okay, you have to use force which is more than the frictional force. If it is frictional force, N is normal force and F is the applied force. Okay, means it is a frictional force of net applied and it is a gravitational force. Just you have to apply in the equal and opposite direction, the net force will be acting on that one. Okay, now we'll say actual what is net force. In reality, many forces can act simultaneously on your body. Yes or no? On your body simultaneously, many forces acting on it. For example, there exist two forces on an object placed on a horizontal floor. Okay, what happened ma? Exist any two forces on an object placed on a horizontal floor. On a horizontal floor, an object is there. In that object, what happened? Two forces acting on that object. One is gravitational force vertically downward, and another one is normal force vertically upwards. So what will happen here? One force is acting downwards and one force is acting upwards. That is normal force. Okay. Do you observe any change in the state of rest? No. Why? Why? Because it is both are in opposite direction. Yes or no? Obviously your answer is no. But why? Because both are in opposite direction. Both are acting on a body in opposite directions. In this case, two forces acting on the object are equal and opposite in direction. I said already, yes or no? Hence there is no change in its state. Okay? Hence there is no change. Clear? Technically we say that the net force on this object is 0. Net force is object is 0. When the net force is acting 0 on an object, if the forces acting on equal and opposite to the direction on the object, then it is said to be a 0. The net force should be a 0. Okay. Imagine that the same object is kept in a lift which is accelerating. Okay. Means same object, just you have to keep in a lift. It is accelerating in the sense it is moving. Okay, it has a motion, certain motion. How many forces are acting on an object? If the net force acting on the object is 0, why? When an object is in non-uniform motion, means it is in motion, it is said to be in acceleration. Yes or no? Acceleration in the sense it is moving. Okay, it doesn't in rest position. It does not have any rest position. The net force acting on an object kept in a lift which is accelerating is not 0. Yes or no? Why? Because it is having some motion. Okay, it is having some motion. That's why it is not 0. As the object is in non-uniform motion. Okay, non-uniform. When two forces act on your body, as the above case, one of the force should be greater than the other to set the body in motion. Ante kada. See, మీరు లిఫ్ట్లో ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ పెట్టినప్పుడు వాట్ హ్యాపెన్ దట్ లిఫ్ట్ విల్ బి గోయింగ్ అప్వర్డ్స్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? అండ్ that upward force is greater than the pulling force in that gravitational force, that is greater than the gravitational force. Ante avi rendu equal lo levu, that is in opposite direction, but they are not equal. Okay, that's why we can't say that net force is 0. Clear? And that the strength of a force is usually represented by its magnitude. In that case, we can the strength of the force that is having a magnitude. Magnitude is nothing but what direction, means it is in statement like a positive statement and negative statement like that. Okay, the direction of a force is important as its magnitude. We represent the direction of force magnitude using arrows. Okay, by the arrows you are having all the magnitude of force. Clear? Okay, just what you have to do ma, up to here once read all those things, your lesson. Okay, what is normal force, what is tension, and what is this what experiment and net force. Just make a clear picture about this concept. Okay, and what you have to do, you have to read the lesson up to here. Just write down, think and discuss in your classworks as you wrote in the last class, like that only. Just write down these questions also, and just read what is the definitions of friction, normal force, tension and net force. Read that definition. Okay, on coming Saturday you are having the weekend of physics. Okay, be thorough with that exam. Clear? If you are having any doubts, please comment me, and we'll meet in next class ma. Bye. Thank you.